Okay, so we're going to shift gears from working with abstract and we're going to talk about a concept that's kind of complicated, but not hard once you just start thinking about working with it. And that concept is skin tone, realistic skin tone in particular. So obviously, I did not in your palette give you any brown. And actually, that's for the best because too often people, when they go to paint realistic skin tone, will rely just on a brown color and then wonder why their portrait work looks little flat or let the skin tone just sort of looks uninteresting. If you look even at your own skin tone, you will see just even if I look here at my hand, this is not one tone. I would need a highlight color, this color here, the shadow color. I'm at 3 different variations of tone. And then another thing I can see too is that some areas, like I can see my veins underneath. So this becomes a little more blue or a little more green. Across my knuckles is a little more pink. This top section of my hand is a little more golden. So we can kind of adjust skin tone accordingly. And then like you flip your hand over and it's an entirely different color. So a skin color is a very complex idea, especially if we want our portraits to look realistic. And so we're going to play with some realistic skin tone and then variations on realistic skin tone. Today what we're going to do is talk about mixing skin tone, and then you guys are going to make, it'll be like the color chart we made, but it's going to be for skin color or skin tone. So I have here some of the same colors that you guys have in your palette. Your palette obviously is a circle. Mine is an old Crayola watercolor set, but this is the paint that I gave you from school. So in order to paint skin tones, what we're going to do is we're going to use complementary color pairs. So thinking about skin tone and complementary color pairs. I'm just going to take some notes here while I talk. And talk to you about what paints you're going to need first. Before we move into actually mixing. So you guys have this. It is sap green. So that's your sap green. And you're going to pair your sap green, because we need green and we need red, with this color, the pinky red. Okay. So we're just going to call that the pinky red. Oops. Helps if I spell the word red correctly. So the sap green and the pinky red are our red-green skin combination. We then need a blue-orange skin combination. So blue-orange skin combo, we're going to use this. We're going to call this orangey red our orange. Okay, so orangey red. We're going to kind of focus on the orange capacity. And you can experiment and see which of the blues work better for you. They'll actually both make a really lovely range of skin tones. They'll just be a little different from each other. So I want you to kind of do a run with both. So you'll do one run with the warm blue, one run with the cool blue. All right. And then our third complementary color pair is yellow and purple. You don't have purple, so you're going to need to make a purple. I recommend, like you can see on my palette here, like this is my big palette at home, And you can see that a lot of times I'll mix like a big section of color that I just sort of leave there. If you can do that for a purple, that would be fantastic. Otherwise, you're going to have to just sort of adjust. So the kind of the yellow purple combo will be our, like, it's one of the better browns. It's actually one of the nicer skin tones. But being we have to mix purple every time, that will be a little tricky. If you happen to be using your own set and you have a purple, even if you have one of these guys at home and you want to use the purple out of it, so this one would be the purple one, and mix it with the yellows, that is absolutely fantastic. So if you have a purple resource, use the purple resource. So, and then we have two different yellows. Both of them will make great skin tones. So we have we'll call this yellow. And then we're going to have to make a mixed purple. Mixing purple is this guy, the pinky red. And it's the ultramarine blue, which is the blue that I'll call normal blue or royal blue. So if I just quick grab a paintbrush and grab a little color off of it, it's this blue. It's the, like I said, it's the one that a lot of times I call the normal blue. It's the one that I don't like. It's not this one. This one is kind of the more turquoisey one. If you mix this more turquoisey one with the pinky red, you're not going to make purple. It makes this kind of a brownish color, actually. That would probably work as a skin tone, quite frankly. But whatever, that's beside the point. So you want to use this one to make your purple color, okay? And then you'll do the same thing with the golden and a mixed purple. And then obviously use the same two colors up here. We want the pinky red and the blue, okay? This is the pinky red and your sap green. This guy is the orange. And you're going to do both blues. So I'll put both blues on here. And then here's the difference between the yellow, whoops, and then the golden. So that kind of gives you the rundown of the colors you're going to need. The next video is going to show you the kind of chart that you're going to need to make to explore those skin